let's go and see what we can do about that. Ooh, we've got something in the air. We got Dekobabas. Luckily, our beetle can cut through plant life. And it's not going to work that way, so we're going to have to do this a few times to actually take care of it. The Dekobabas really offer no threat to our beetle. Surprisingly, it reacts to it. You think it would be smart enough. But never mind, we got it. So now we can cross this rope with ease. Just gotta balance ourselves once again. If you're perfectly balanced, you can technically dash across the rope. It's not basically saying that you can do that, but please know you may fall off. You might have harder balancing issues when doing so. Bear that in mind. Oh, and we've got another enemy here. This one's actually very unique. This is a Staldra, a new type of stall enemy. This snake monster from before is from before the dawn of time. 3 bone-plated heads and a thrust to cause pain keep it from being beyond death. In order to defeat this, you need to hit all 3 heads simultaneously. We have not defeated any of this enemy yet, but so to do that, there's a short window of opportunity if you do hit 2 heads instead of 3. Just be quick about it and you can take them down simultaneously like that as well. And don't worry, that won't be the last time we see that enemy. Again, a lot of enemies in this game are repeated in other areas, so just get used to all the enemy variety. I think the only enemy that really doesn't leave this area is the Skulltulas, which makes sense. They're really mostly a forest type monster. We can defeat that Skulltula by just taking out its. And I fall to my death. I was not centered on that front. So let's get ourselves repositioned here. Just barely can get that. We can go up this way. Hit this little switch up here. This removes the bars from before. That allows us to now get back to the main room in case we need to go back there for any reason. So now, we want to hit these things here. I usually get these here now that I can. So you can put these vines down faster. So let's go get those real quick. Got it. Now here's something I found out from last session that was technically the failed session. It was actually interesting. The bogoblins are afraid of the beetle, which is interesting to boot. And now we've triggered him to move. We can just hit him here. Bam! Knock him right off. It's kind of a unique detail I didn't know about when I was playing this in the last session before it technically had the audio hiccup. So that was something I didn't know until I tried it out. I'm like, hey, guess what? They're afraid of the beetle. So I like that. I like that attention to detail. The door is locked tight and will not open. What is it, Vi? I detect Zelda's aura. There's a high probability that she's beyond this large door. If that's the case, let's go and see if we can find Zelda through there, but we can't. The door is locked. So we need to find a way to get beyond that door. Let's break this vine here, this rope. Good thing that hitbox is really big to capture this rope. I would have hated if the rope had a really small hitbox. It would make platforming in this a little wonky, to be honest. Like, we've already seen it so far out in the Faron Woods and here that the vines can be a little picky when they can be missed. Ooh, yeah, see, look at that. I don't think I was even on that rope. I'm gonna stop for a moment. I'm gonna go down a little bit here so I can swing a little bit further. because we want to have as much distance as possible. There we go. Let's stop for a moment. Drop down a little bit. Jump a little more. There we are. So now we can jump across and grab this white chest. White chests contain a sculpture. You got the golden carving. The strange shaped golden sculpture is carved in mysterious patterns. We did see a particular H pattern on the door that we can't get through. This must be a connection. Let's go see and test it out. As for motion controls, the boss keys have been referred to these sculptures. So now, instead of just having a boss key and effectively getting to the door, you now have to figure out another puzzle to figure out how the sculpture fits within the door itself. So, the 2 button here, now we can grab it by using the Wiimote and pressing A. While holding, we can move the Wiimote to turn around, and as is here, view keyhole. You press the Z button, we can see through the sculpture, so we know exactly what we're looking for. So we can rotate around like this. If it starts to glow, you got it right. And that spins the door, breaks the sculpture, and the door opens. And we're off to find out who is the boss of the Skyview Temple. Okay, big open room, and what the... Now I just break my sword through this door and... Wait a minute. Look who it is. I thought that tornado I stirred up would have tossed you and torn you apart. Yet here you are, not in pieces. And you are? Not that your life or death is any consequence. It's just the girl that matters now, and I can sense her here, just beyond this door. Yes, we plucked her majesty from her perch in the clouds, and she's ours. Oh, but listen to me. I'm being positively uncivil. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the demon lord who presides over the land that you look down upon. The world you call the surface. You may call me Girahim. In truth, I'd very much prefer to be indulged in my full title, Lord Girahim, but I am not fussy. Then you're gonna die tonight, Girahim. Do you really just draw your sword? Foolish boy. By all rights, the girl should have fallen into our hands already. She was nearly ours when that loathsome servant of the goddess snatched her away. Do you have any idea how that made me feel inside? Furious, outraged, sick with anger. Huh? The turn of events has left me with a strong appetite for bloodshed. Huh? Ah! Still, it seems hardly fair, being of my position, to take all my anger out on you, which is why I promise up front not to murder you. Not I'll just beat you with an inch of your life. Ugh! That's it. No more of that. Alrighty, we have our first boss, Lord Girahim. Lord Girahim, he's basically a tutorial boss for us, technically. You have to basically outmaneuver his hand. His hand will follow your sword at all times. What you need to do is actually you need to go position his hand in a different direction, and quickly move around and basically to outmaneuver. If he does hang on to your sword for a long time, he will disarm you and try to use the sword against you. So bear that in mind. just gotta coax his hand away from where your sword is. Be quick about it. He will, if you try to use Skyward Strike on him, he will dodge it. So you can't use Skyward Strike on him at all. Just be mind you can use any strength, any way of attacks, up and down, all around to outmaneuver his hand. You don't have to use side swipes like you normally should. Now he's gonna get a little angrier. That he's gonna shoot out projectiles in different ways. You do a shield bash right before he tries to strike you by dashing like that. You can stun him for a little bit and actually able to get some hits in. So it's always useful to use that shield bash. He'll try to come around and try to ambush you, but not to worry about that. Hate that projectiles. He's gonna get a little more angrier. Block his attack. Oh, he almost hit me there. Haha! I'm a little bit quicker than you think. Take that, Kirihim. Ow! That's what happens if he does counter your attack. He keeps hitting me like that. It's annoying. Come on, you. Put more of a fight. Those projectiles, when they hit him, they actually do hurt him. So keep that in mind as well. Come on now. Yeah, there we go. Well, you put up more of a fight than I would have thought of such of a soft boy. But don't clap yourself quite yet. That sword of yours is the only reason you still live. I feel I spent far too long teasing and toying with you. The girl's presence has all but faded from this place, which means there's no reason to linger here. Goodbye, Sky Child. Run and play this time. Get in my way again, though, and you're dead. Well, bye-bye. Creepy person, you. We defeated a boss, and by Zelda tradition, we get the heart container. And the door opens to us. You got a heart container! Your life is increased by 1 and also is now fully replenished. Brings up to our first of 7 hearts. Let's go and see where Zelda was. Because apparently she's not here anymore. And that's that. So this is a beautiful looking place. Just look at this. You know, if you have seen my playthrough or have watched any of Breath of the Wild, as a spoiler, you may notice that these places look a little familiar. Because there are these little fountains that in Breath of the Wild that are like this. The Spring of Power, Wisdom, and Courage, as you recall, but these are not these, but they are very similar in design. So, let's hit a Skyward Strike on this thing, and see where we go next. Alright, what we got, Fi? Master, I have a message written in the language of the gods of old. Allow me to translate for you. From the edge of time I guide you, the one to carry out the goddess's mission. The spirit maiden who descended from the clouds must travel to 2 sacred places to purify her body. You stand in one of these places, Skyview Spring, and the other is known as the Earth Spring. This second spring is hidden away deep within the scorched earth of Eldin. The spirit maiden, ever mindful of the heavy task entrusted to her, has set out for this very second of the sacred places. looks like we're getting a place to go to Elden for. Nice. You got the ruby tablet. This weather surface of this heavy stone tablet feels very old. Well then, let's get out of here, Fi. Walking out. Master, as I translate, it would appear that Zelda purified herself in the waters of this spring. I calculate 97% chance that she has already set out for Elden, where another great spring exists. However, it's not clear what method of travel Zelda used to move from here to her next destination. My analysis suggests you should take the tablet to the altar in Skyloft. Doing so will most likely open a new column of light on the surface, allowing you to descend to another area and continue your search for Zelda. The bird statue that teleported you back to the sky should be in the forest you previously passed through. Okay. Well, let's save. Oh! What the? Who's there? Oh. Hello.
Hey, speak free. Did you find the girl?
Not yet.
Oh, that's too bad. But it sounds like you at least know where you need to search for to find her. That's something, right? I'm so glad I finally been reunited with all my Kiwi friends. It's all thanks to you, Kiwi. With any luck, hope you'll find that girl you've been searching for real soon. Take care, okay?
Indeed. Well, I guess we can't do anything else. Let's head back to the sky and figure out what we need to do next. Any statue that has a bird on top of it will allow us to go to the sky. Any place that has an open air approach to us can allow us to go to the sky in any way. Oh yeah! Master, yes, what's up? When you hit the Gaia's cube with the Skyward Strike earlier, I was able to detect the resulting energy reaction above the clouds. Hey! The location I've marked on your map indicates the spot where I've sensed an energy reaction. Ah, sweet. What is the basic area around this location? We will. First, we want to head back the opposite way. Because, if we look at the map, put a marker here. That's the island we need to go to first. We're going to go after these places right now in this, these two Goddess Cubes chests. Goddess Cube chests can appear anywhere in the sky. It can be in Skyloft, it can be basically on any island that you may come across. So if you see a small island around, check it out. There might be a Goddess Cube thing we can use. Yahoo! Ow. Let's open this chest. These are called the Goddess Cube chests. If you find one that's not active, that's not glowing, you can't open it. So it means there must be a Goddess Cube somewhere that you haven't triggered yet. Just be also knowing that there are no Goddess Cubes in the sky. They're all on the surface. So bear that in mind. Let's say we go after the next thing for us over here on the other Goddess Cube that we unlocked. There are Octoroks up here, as you can clearly see, up in the skies here. Unfortunately, we have no way of hurting them right now. Yes, Zelda may have told us back in the previous session that your dash attack we have right here, this bird attack, right now it can't really do any damage to any enemies, which is kind of a shame, really. So hopefully we can find some. Yeehaw! Ow! I need to forget I have a sailcloth. Over here, and we get another adventure pouch. You can make it bigger. You can now fit additional item inside. Again, there are only four upgrades to our adventure pouch, allowing us to hold as many items as we can, as long as it's the same as the items we can collect on our B button. So bear that in mind. Let's go in here. is this place? Ooh, there's a heart container up there. That'll be interesting to get. I wonder how we get that thing. How's it going? Hello.
Well, welcome. I can see you're in your handsome outfit that you are a Skyloft Knight. Hope you make yourself at home. Have the rubies on sitting on top of the chair caught your eye. Don't go thinking you can just knock those down, you hear? You might think that you could knock the rubies down by bumping something and make the chandelier shake, but don't even think about it. Are we clear?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Don't you worry about a thing. We will surely not knock down that chandelier that you just told us about. Don't worry a bit. Actually, in order to do so, I actually need to use up a gear item of mine. This revitalizing potion. I need a spare potion because this place here can give us pumpkin soup. For us to use for what we want it to use for. You don't believe me, do you? Believe what? There's a fiendish demon living at Skyloft. I tell you, I came this close to getting eaten by an evil beast. You look like you've gone a little night trading, but you better keep your guard up, or he'll take a bite of you too. There's a demon here? Well, we'll definitely stop taking demons in. Listen to this. That old guy over there said he saw a demon. He's obviously trying to get Kina's attention, but he won't get anywhere without using creepy lines like that. This little place ends up like a little side quest, a little story of such, where everyone's trying to get, to woo the heart of this girl right here, Kina. It's a little weirdly, to say the least. Let's go upstairs. Up here. Oh, it's you. Hey, I didn't think I'd see you here, but wondering what I'm doing here. Yep. What are you doing here? I think I mentioned this before, man, I really need the bugs. That's why I'm out collecting insects wherever I find them. If you have a big bug net too, you should try catching some. But if you don't have one, you can pick one up at Beetle's Air Shop. Ooh, that'd be nice. I'm sure that sweaty shopkeeper's flying around Skyloft now. So that's a place we need to go for. What does the sign say? No roughhousing on the balcony. Big ruckus can cause the chandelier to shake. Really? Oh, it does shake. No roughhousing. I want that. Uh-oh. Why would you do that? Get down here and come down here this instant. Sorry. I didn't mean it. I just wanted the piece of heart. I didn't want to do any roughhousing that would get it, but thanks for the heart container. You got another piece of heart. This heart will increase by 1. So we have another heart container, but don't even pretend that was an accident. I put signs up there for you not to really do everything. Well, I washed my hands of the whole thing. Don't be surprised if my dad gives you a royal chewing out. I guess I'm an uncivil knight. I apologize. What is wrong with you? Just look at what you've done. You broke my fancy custom order chandelier. You're going to be working for me for free until you pay off every single rupee that chandelier cost me. Are you ready to own up to your responsibility? Sure, yes. That's right, but I'm going to hold you to it. Listen now, let's not waste any time putting you to work. I need to deliver my famous soup to Egas, Skyloft's Knight Commander. The Knight Commander is a regular here. He says he can't get his day started without a bowl of my soup. What do you say? Are you ready to deliver some soup to the Knight Commander? Sure. Alright, then, here's the hot pumpkin soup. Deliver that to the Knight Commander. We got some hot pumpkin soup. This pumpkin soup is Plum's specialty. But watch it. It will get cold in 5 minutes. Listen up, kid. The Knight Commander hates cold soup. So you're going to take this hot soup over to him. I say you got delivered in less than 5 minutes or the soup will get cold. And the timer does start now. As soon as you get it, immediately go over there because that 5 minutes, it will not show up. It will not show up as a counter, which is weird. You think there'd be a countdown for it. At least for this particular one, but it doesn't show up. So we gotta book it. Let's book it back to Skyloft and repay our debts as best we can. Now you may recall that there's a big distance between here and Skyloft. Well, if you see these little ring rocks around here, these rocks with holes in the middle, well, you can use these as a way of a little bit of a small fast travel warp to get through certain places of the sky a lot quicker. So here, and it is a lot faster. Now, Skyloft itself is a HUD, or a hub in a way. It's loaded in a different map than it is of the sky. But wherever you drop in Skyloft determines where you actually are going to drop in there as well when loaded into the map. So let's drop down next to this place, next to the Knight Academy, because Aegis is right there at the sword training area. So let's go and get that soup to him, because you know he needs that soup. Hey buddy, I got your soup for you. Hey Alexman, have you been working on your swordsmanship, huh? I smell something. I know that earthy aroma. Is that my favorite pumpkin soup? Ask the owner of the pumpkin to bring me some, but you want your way to deliver stuff to me? That's right. Yes, give it to me. Here you go. And he chugged that thing down like nothing else. That is the stuff! Pumpkin soup is the best piping hot. Well done. Say thanks to the owner for me. I will. But he's not going to give me a fair shot either. So let's head while we're here, by the way, before we head back to the Lumpy Pumpkin to resolve our supposed debt to the guy now, that's good. The Chandelier quest is technically a lengthy quest. It's going to happen. It's going to take a long time around, so we got a lot of time to prepare to get. There's a long time. There's a lot. It'll be a long time before we actually complete that quest 100% on that one. I heard the news, Alexman. Zelda's fallen through the clouds, and you're going to look for her. Is that right? That's right. Headmaster told me there's land beneath the clouds. You know anything about that? So that's the famous sword. Ah, and a shield. It looks like you've got one already. Very good. Here, take this as a little gift from me. Oh, he's giving us money, even though we can't use it. If you're not sure how to use a shield, at this point, I don't know why he's telling us this now. We've been learning how to use a shield. We know how to use a shield. We defeated a demon pretty easily with that, in fact. But I want to do this first, before we go to Beetle. I want to go into the shop here. And we want to buy something. And since we're going into Eldon, which is a hot, scorched area, we need a new shield. We have, now we have this guy here, our little shop guy. He now has an iron shield and a small seed satchel for us to use. Purchase. Well, I'm going to purchase the shield right now. No shield, and we'll bust into flames. I suppose I should warn you that you're protected from electricity, which could be a nasty shock. But where we're going, we're not going to be encountering electrical enemies, so it's good to have this now. The customer's always right. If you have any doubts about the durability of your shield, just have it instead by the scrap shop. Try to take good care of Gondo there. When necessary trades like that, he'll help you upgrade your items. So I'm going to just sell my wooden shield, because at this point, the wooden shield becomes obsolete right now. Again, there's times where the wooden shield can be useful, but as of right now, the wooden shield immediately gets replaced by this, and this right here becomes their main shield that you're gonna work for, and I want the money back from this. You can sell any item in your satchel or in your adventure pouch, even bottles. I don't know why you would anyway, but so we can get 20 rubies back from that. Nope, that's it. Oddly enough, in your pouch, the item storage is really huge, despite what she shows. Like, you have like 3 rows of, like 3 screens worth of stuff to collect. I don't think we have anything valuable to use the scrap shop with, but we need to, another map. Need to equip my shield. As you can see, it's a lot more durable, so we can actually hold a lot more it can take a lot more abuse, as it were.